Hello and welcome to another week of Earthbound Bosses. Last week we dove into the mind of the evil Manny statue and came out dazed and confused. This week we are moving away from the giga intelligent to the downright dumb and stepping one step further into the weirdness that makes Earthbound so beloved. The boss this week is just doing its job. It's simply existing in a place that we should not be. It may be built as hired help, but it'll be helpless at the end of things. I'm talking about the old Clumsy robot. Fresh out of the last fight, we are still bewildered inside the cafe. Go ahead and head outside, and you'll be bombarded with what can only be described as the game trying to segue into many plot holes all at once. First, a monkey appears and will slam into the side of the cafe. When you talk to him, he'll say that he can teach you teleportation. That's awesome. Random, but awesome. And he'll zip away. Then immediately, a finely dressed man in thick glasses will show up and say he's a member of your sister's delivery company, Escargo Express, but a subsidiary group, the Neglected Class. He is quite bad at his job and accidentally left a machine that creates trout-flavored yogurt in the desert. He then makes it quite clear that it's your job to retrieve your own item, and then he leaves. The third person to show up is a maid who works for Monotoli. She's been looking for a trout-flavored yogurt to serve to their new guests, like you do. And she wants you to find her when you find it. Then she takes off. At this point, we are very, very confused, but we know one thing. We need to head back to the desert and investigate. Either jump on a bus or hoof it. It really doesn't matter. Once you're all the way back to the general store, go ahead and save. Now we can start one of my least favorite parts of the game, but the more I play it through, the more I appreciate its randomness. Now I recently put a poll up on my channel of whether or not I should detail these monkey caves, which reminds me, keep an eye open, I might use future polls more often. But a good majority of you wanted me to go into detail on how to get through the monkey caves rather than skip them, so here goes. Before you start, you will need 3 very important things. First, sell any unnecessary items or use Escargo Express to remove anything you don't need. Second, on the subject of Escargo Express, make sure you have the pencil eraser in your inventory. You will need that. Third and final thing, you'll need to buy a picnic lunch and a skip sandwich at the general store before leaving. All good? All right, here we go. Talk to the monkey and head into the caves. You're going to need this map as a reference. I'm going to try my best to break the path down, but since we just go back and forth, there might be a bit of a scramble to make it coherent. Just some housekeeping rules before we do start. The opening choice is what we determine our paths. The picnic lunch path will be coded in blue, and the skip sandwich path will be coded in red. Now, if you get lost, just keep heading through the right door in each room until it brings you back to the first corridor, which will appear longer than the rest of them. And if you'd like the monkey to stop walking freely through the room and snap next to his door, simply leave the room and immediately come back, and he'll be stuck in place. Okay, that's pretty much all the housekeeping. Are we ready to dive in? Let's go. First, enter the skip sandwich side of the tunnel and grab the wet towel. Then head back to the main room, take the picnic lunch path, grab the pizza, continue to choice 2, use the wet towel on the right and the pizza on the left. Continue to the left to get the pizza, then turn back around before continuing. In that room, take the right door, which was the wet towel door, grab the hamburger and the ruler, and continue to the following room. Give the first monkey the hamburger and retrieve your fire pendant, our first prize. Now this is the optional end to the blue path, believe it or not, we're there already. I'll come back to this path at the end for bonus goods, but if you don't want to get those extra bonus goods, disregard. Now travel back to the start. At the main path now, take the blue door, traveling through the portion you've already grabbed the wet towel from and into the next choice. Give the pizza to the left monkey and go through the door. There you'll find a protein drink. Grab it and backtrack to the previous choice room. Now give the protein drink to the right monkey, and that will take you to a corridor with a hamburger inside. Continue to the last room on this branch. Give the ruler to the left monkey, head into that tunnel, and get the king banana. Back out of the king banana room, back through the choice room, back through the empty hamburger room, and into the following choice room. At this time, you are going to want to take the left side, travel through the protein drink room, and to your last new choice room. Give the king banana to the monkey on the right, and just go into the cave after. Grab the 2 presents, which are a hamburger and a picnic lunch. Now, hopefully I have not lost you at this point. Hopefully the map kind of coincided with what I was saying. If you'd like to continue through the end of the cave, please skip to this part of the video. If you'd like to gain a couple other useful items, which are the neutralizer, which cancel out shields and other attributes, or also either a bag of dragonite or a broken tube, which becomes an HP sucker, which is pretty useful, then keep watching. Back up 1 room so that you are in the room where the monkey is still asking for a hamburger in the left door. If you want to get the bag of dragonite, then give the monkey your hamburger. If you want the eventual HP sucker, Then exit the path until you get all the way back to the red-blue split. With me? Take the left door, cave hallway. Right door, cave hallway. Give your hamburger to the left monkey to receive your broken tube. Then backtrack through the long room with a choice, through the next cave hallway, and into the following choice room. You've already given both monkeys an item, so take the left side. Continue through the cave hallway and then stop before you talk to that monkey. You are about to grab a fresh egg from that monkey. For those unfamiliar, the fresh egg has a sort of a short fuse before it hatches, and once it does, it's useless to us now. This is a bit of a journey back, especially if you haven't done it in this order, but the path is clear now, so you have plenty of time to reap the rewards, but still don't dawdle. Grab the egg from the monkey. From here, backtrack all the way to the start of where the red-blue path split. Then, navigate the following choice rooms. First right, which is a skip sandwich path, then right, and then you'll end up at the fresh monkey egg. So those are the two choices. First right, then another right. Choice room, choice room. It seems easier on paper. If you have iron nerves, then you won't have any issues. Once you're in the next room, enjoy Jeff's awesome weapon, and breathe easy. It's all downhill from here. Backtrack 2 choice rooms, and then take the left side and then right side. Follow that path until the end of the line. Here you will finally use the pencil eraser, which will lead you into one of the best rooms in the game, the silent meditation room. Talk to the shaman, and when he's done, grab your presents and make your way back to the surface. Congrats, you've done the monkey cave, and I hope that I did it justice. I apologize if it was too confusing. Once you're through the caves, you're ready to learn teleportation, head to the road with monkey, learn it, and then teleport to winners, grab Nest the T-Rex bat. You can also grab the coin of slumbers if you'd like, but I think I'll wait on those personally. Then teleport to Foreside so we can finally get to our boss. Make your way to the Monotoli building and department store intersections. There you'll find the maid that wants the trout-flavored yogurt. Once you talk to her, she'll snatch the yogurt and dash off inside. Follow her. Take the elevator all the way to the top of the tower, further past your last limited point. There you will find some beefed-up security. The span of hallways and rooms ahead of you are pretty out of the ordinary, at least for this business complex. The main hallway is a dark space that has a couple bathrooms that are inaccessible and 2 sets of doors. The rooms past those are classroom-style rooms. Not sure what's going on in those rooms. But what I do know is that each one is occupied by a killer death robot. The game calls them sentry robots, but it's all the same to me. While fighting the sentry robots, use PSI Rockin' if there are more than one. Otherwise, just use standard attacks. Keep your HP above 100 to stay as safe as you can. The odds of you avoiding the sentry robots is fairly low, so embrace the battles and strategize your healing. The best way through the classrooms is from the dark hallway, take the 3rd door, then head up to the top middle, then straight across, then into the right door, then the top door to get the trout yogurt before leaving that door and choosing the left door, which will bring you finally to our boss, the Clumsy robot. Unlike other robots that appear in Monotoli Building, all of which appear to be built for combat, the Clumsy robot behaves less like a sentry and more like a malfunctioning janitor. Despite its erratic behavior and strange appearance, the Clumsy robot cannot be defeated by conventional means. During Ness and Jeff's battle, it attacks infrequently, spending most of its time turn-wasting, doing things like cleaning the area, reeling, and wanting to go and get a battery. However, when it does attack, it launches a missile that deals approximately 300 points of damage. One of its attacks is eating a bologna sandwich, which claims to restore its HP, although it really does nothing. It may also stumble and fire a strange beam, which may cause solidification. Keep your HP above 120, and you should be okay. He starts with a PSI shield, so be sure to have Jeff use the neutralizer if you plan on using PSI Rockin'. Otherwise, just use your normal attacks. You can also use a rust promoter on him because he's a robot type. When the Clumsy robot is defeated, the Runaway 5 burst in and flip the off switch on the back of the robot, causing it to stop moving. A big requirement you must do before taking on the Clumsy robot is getting the Runaway 5 out of debt from the top of the theater. However, if you were to find a way out of the requirement, with Paula still in the party, fight and defeat it. Instead of the event where Lucky flips the off switch, black smokes envelops the room, somehow escorting you out of the Monotoli building. This could also mean things were very different during development. I thought it was kind of cool. And there you have it, down with the Clumsy robot. What do you think is the hardest part of the segment? The trip leading up to the boss or the boss itself? Personally, having to read through the countdown from 10 each time the sentry robot starts a fight, that's my choice. Next episode, we'll find out what's behind that door ahead and what stands ahead for the fate of our friends. We're also going to hoof it back to winners for a big old baddie in another sanctuary spot. See you then for Shroom! Thanks for watching, everyone. I love all the feedback I'm getting from the series. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and so you don't miss any of these. And then share some of these videos around so we can grow our audience. Click the video on the left to watch more of this boss videos, and the right one will take you to another Earthbound related video. Until then, later days.